money make try mode, not a mother ain't nothing.
Well, the hope was that these Florida showers would have passed through by now, but it looks like we're in for a wet one tonight at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. Of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second and a couple, Brady. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Brady's throw there complete. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll make it second down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
On play action, it's Brady. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. Dalton Schultz hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. On first down, here's Mon. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So following the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 25. Here's Mon. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Looks to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Buccaneers Steelers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Brady. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Evans.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's Brady. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Evans. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and he'll be taken down at the 34.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, that's going to change the course of things. They had a good drive work and a chance to really open things up here in the first quarter. Instead, the defense, they got exactly what they needed.
Yeah, they certainly did, because making that type of a play gives them confidence moving forward, and maybe makes them a little more reticent on the offensive side of the ball.
Because if the touchdown had gone the other way, this thing could have started to get ugly early. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. To throw is Brady. Swinging this out for Pollard. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play that time for Tampa Bay.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And some room to roam now. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tony Pollard, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. They go play action here. Mon gonna take a shot for Gallup. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Bucs will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return. And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
On first down, Pollard. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on third down.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. To throw, it's Brady. Going up top for Miller. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. 52 yards on the ground for him so far. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with it.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7.
Yeah, very impressive the way that they've moved the football. Full command of their playbook, full command of the way they wanted to attack.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 21-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Mon now off of play action. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Mond going to throw it. And he will find his man on the outside. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Mond to the air on 1st and 10. And he whips that one incomplete there.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2nd and 10. Back to the air, Mond. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Brady on the bootleg. That is incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. On play action, now Brady. Buying time to his left. DJ Waddle drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. And no room for error. He comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And taken right on the 30. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Off the play fake, Mon. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd down, it's Cook. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now Mon. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the 2nd half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the 1st half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he'll take this one up to about the 23.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Back to throw here. And that will be incomplete. And the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded at the 20. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Pollard again. 74 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Brady's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Brady. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down marker at the Vikings 25. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Play action, now it's Brady. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going?
7 yards, the pickup there.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Here's Brady to throw. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And the Bucs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
54, come on. 53, now. 54. You can't hang. He's not going to get me. One set.
Now Brady. Over the middle, complete. That's Evans. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Brady now to throw. There's Evans again. Complete. Touchdown! Mike Evans. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off at the 18. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll run left with Pollard. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 7. Now Brady. And a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Mon looks to throw. This to C.J. Ham, the fullback. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Joe Tryon there to make the tackle. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Cook. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And obviously they want that run yardage, so they decline the penalty.
No doubt about it. Smart on their part. They finished off the play. But if you're going to jump, if you're going to commit a penalty, it's your job to finish off the play so you don't give up big gains like that.
Mon looks to throw on 1st down. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Devin White, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Flushed out right. And I think the ball's out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
You've had to this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
102 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. They go back to Pollard on second down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And they will take a knee here. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter,
Salute when you see me. That jealousy is an ocean and you either float